Hello, everybody. A very warm welcome to all of you, and I would like to personally thank you for removing time for this presentation. I'm Janki Mutasha, Manager Business Analysis at ResellerClub. So, firstly, I would just like to thank all of you for partnering with us. I hope your experience with ResellerClub has been nothing but great so far. So before I begin, I would just like to mention here that we've received tons of requests for conducting this webinar on the launch of telescopic pricing. So we integrated this feature with our system just a couple of weeks ago and have received many queries about the settings within the control panel. So in today's webinar, I would just like to cover a few points briefly, like why telescopic pricing, the benefits of using this feature, and mainly how to make the changes within your control panel. So I'd just like to cover the promos running at ResellerClub as well, considering the industry price hike that is just around the corner. And of course, I'll try and keep this as short as possible, and I hope this information helps you plan your next few months. So why telescopic pricing? Now, as most of you are aware, ResellerClub has been conducting a lot of surveys since the past couple of months to get your feedback. Now, according to us, listening to what our resellers want is very crucial to our business. So, we conducted a survey on telescopic pricing in the month of February, which gave us an insight on how important this feature is to all our resellers. So I would just like to share a couple of points from this survey that actually prioritize the integration of telescopic pricing. So about 80% of our resellers preferred this feature over the deprecated customer slabs. Now, the rest of them, of course, wanted both. While we've gone ahead and integrated the telescopic pricing, having slabs along with that wasn't feasible. So we have a workaround for that, which of course I'll cover a little later during this presentation. And again, most of our resellers wanted this feature mainly for domain registrations. Hence, the reason for implementing it for domain registrations was our first phase. So in the interest of helping you grow your business right away, we went ahead and launched telescopic pricing for domain registrations for now. Development of this feature for hosting is currently in the pipeline, and you should watch the ResellerClub space for more information in the coming few months. Right, so now what are the benefits of telescopic pricing? Now, apart from the high demand of our resellers, there are many more reasons, rather benefits of telescopic pricing. Now, we've put down some points here that we think can work in the favor of our resellers, of course. So, incentive to purchase domains for multiple years. Now, this is of course kind of obvious. Now, if you're offering a better price for multiple years of registrations, obviously the customer would be more inclined to buying that domain for multiple years than paying for every year individually at a higher price. Of course, so this in a way ensures customer retention. So if most of your customers are buying domains for multiple number of years, they would be with you for a longer period of time. Now, this gives you the opportunity to build customer loyalty, which would help drive your renewals as well. Now, what I mean by greater upsell opportunities, so since your customer would be with you for a longer period of time and have registered domains for a longer tenure, you have that much more time to upsell additional products and services. Hence, earn a lot more of each customer. And of course, by upselling, I mean not only upselling ResellerClub products and services, but also products and services that you sell. For example, SEO services, web designing services, VoIP, etc. And of course, this in turn helps you generate greater revenue. So through multiple year registrations, you can earn more money on every product sold along with revenue earned by upselling. Right? So all in all, if you have compelling prices and a model where the customer gets best pricing based on the number of years they register a domain for, you are bound to get a lot of customers, and in that, ones who would tend to register domains that would eventually be renewed, since they will be registering it for multiple number of years. So this kind of model helps your business in every single way possible. Right. So initially, while talking about the agenda of this presentation, I mentioned I would like to mainly focus on the control panel settings for telescopic pricing. So let me just quickly jump into the control panel settings. Right, so this is what your control panel looks like. Of course, all of you are aware of it. So first, I would like to show you how exactly you can set the pricing for your customers. So once you log into your control panel, you go to Settings, Set Pricing Plans and Promos. For now, we just have the option to set telescopic pricing for domain registrations. So you go right ahead and click on Domain Registrations. Now here you can see the entire list of TLDs that you've opted to sell through ResellerClub. Now, just to show you an example, let's take .asia domains and click on Manage Pricing link. Now on this page, you need to set the selling price for 1 year, that is pricing for each of the registration, renewal, transfer, and restore for this particular domain extension. Now, next you will have to set a per year reduced price for up to 10 domain years for both registration as well as renewals. Now, of course, for the purpose of this webinar, I've already gone ahead and set the pricings beforehand. So I've set the first year registration pricing for .asia domains at $18. And of course, subsequently reduced every year's selling price by 50 cents. So this I've done for registrations and renewals. Now the multiple year registrations show you the per year selling price as well as the entire amount. So as you can see, the second year pricing shows $17.5 as the per year price and $35 as your total price. Right, so now again, we've had a lot of feedback regarding setting different prices for 10 years for all the available TLDs being an extremely tedious task. So temporarily, this is the only way of adding pricing for the TLDs you wish to sell. But very, very soon, we will be integrating a feature where the resellers can choose the number of years they want to set the pricing for and add only those values. So as an example, if you wish to sell the .asia domain pricing for 1 year registrations, for 3 years, for 5 years, and for 10 years, you can just pick those options and set the pricing for the same. You would not have to set the pricing for the remaining years that you would not wish to set specific pricing for. Right, so of course, you can look forward to this feature by the end of next month, along with telescopic pricing for web and email hosting as well. So one of the other features I would like to point out here is that the system is set in such a way that you cannot set the per year price for registrations or renewals greater than that of a lower duration. So for example, if you change the 5 years registration price to $17, it will give you an error because the per year registration for 4 years registrations is $16.5. So of course, $17 is higher than that, which would mean your total price for 5 years would be greater than that of 4 years. Right, so going back to the presentation now. So the telescopic pricing is obviously applicable only for customers, whereas you can continue using the slab-based pricing for sub-resellers. Now also the telescopic pricing is applicable only for registrations and renewals, as we already saw in the control panel settings.